Ron Chavez, you spent some time in the Vietnam War. Tell us about it.
Well, yeah, I spent a tour over there in 1968. I was with the 5th Special Forces. I had a Mike Force, which is Montagnards that live in the highlands. I had a platoon of those. And in October of '68, I got whacked and medevaced back to the United States.
Okay. When they started Run for the Wall, it is for those who cannot ride. What does that mean to a Vietnam veteran?
I'll tell you what, I was just telling Billy over there, when the vets started coming back from Vietnam, our country was in turmoil with the protests and the anti-war sentiment, and consequently a lot of the Vietnam vets were shunned and spit upon and degraded. Well, they kind of just tucked it under and hid, you know, and they didn't have time to heal. Well, in 1989, when the Run for the Wall started, it was for the healing process. They ride for those that can't, and it's a healing process. They ride for the POW MIAs, and so it's quite a thing that they do. It really is.
What do you feel like the emotions might be on something like this?
Well, some guys I'm sure get pretty darn touched with it, you know. I'm sure they get their hearts, some of them hearts get broken. But, you know, I was telling you that when they came here, when they came back to the States and the people were protesting and spitting on them, I can honestly say that didn't happen in Raton, America. I came home here, people stop you on the street, shake your hand. So it didn't happen in all the cities, you know, but the bigger cities and the big airports as they were flying in, they were disrespected. And it's a shame that that had to happen. But the wall in 1989, they built a memorial and they etched 58,000 names of the missing and killed people over there. And it was a healing process for the entire military at that time.
Well, for any of us at that time. Yeah. Have you had an opportunity to go to Washington?
I haven't seen the actual wall. I went, well, way back 20 years ago, I guess. I went to the traveling wall at Colorado Springs, and then we had it here at Legion Field, and I've got to see that part of it. But to actually touch the real wall, I haven't been to. I've been to Washington, but the wall wasn't correct. It wasn't built at that time.
Sounds like it's time for a trip.
It is. It would be a good thing, you know. And the things that were left, like when we had it here at Legion Park, the thing that people leave pictures of their kids, their friends, something touched. There's a warehouse in Washington that is loaded with what's left at that wall every year. It's a healing wall. That's what it is.
Okay, appreciate it, Ron. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Morning, guys. Introduce yourselves, if you would, please.
I'm Sonia Amon.
And I'm Eric Amon.
And you're ambassadors for Run for the Wall. What do the ambassadors do for the Run for the Wall?
The ambassadors go ahead of the main pack, and we come out and we thank all the supporters. We go to overpasses that people are standing at. We come to stops like this. We thank all the people who are providing our fuel, provide the food for us. People don't understand how much we appreciate this. And this is our job, is to come out and show how much we appreciate all the local support.
That was going to be my next question. What the local support that you get from, say, places like Raton, how is that helpful, and what is the emotions behind some of that?
It is really the welcome home that many of our riders never got when they came home from Vietnam. And so to come in and see a town like this, sometimes it's overwhelming, the appreciation and the gratitude that the local communities have for these riders and the welcome home that they never received that is much deserved.
Oh, I was just going to mention, one of the other things that we do as the ambassadors, we'll stop periodically at some elementary schools and do a school assembly program for the students, you know, to hear from the vets directly. They can ask. We always leave plenty of time at the end for questions, and it's a real good interactive period of time.
What has Run for the Wall meant for you guys?
I did not serve in the military. This is my opportunity to give back to those who did. And it's an opportunity to raise awareness that many people don't realize. I'll just say, for where we're from, Keith Matthew Maupin, Sergeant Maupin, was a prisoner of war, captured in 2004 when his transportation company was ambushed. Many people in our local community don't realize that he was based out of our own National Guard. And to me, that is very sad that somebody for 4 years in captivity and for 4 years his family waited to hear his fate. That's what this is about for me, is to make sure people do not ever forget the sacrifices that our soldiers have made for our freedom.
Exactly. I think that's the biggest thing. Not only for the KIAs, also for those, the walking wounded, those folks that are still, have had challenges throughout life because of being sent to war. For them, we ride for them as well. The KIAs, the wounded in action, the MIAs, the POWs.
And then we also ride for the forgotten heroes. The war dogs who help save so many lives because of what they do as military working dogs, scouting out the different landmines and things. So we also ride for the forgotten heroes, those military working dogs.
Okay, thank you guys very much and enjoy your ride.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With the deepest respect, we appreciate you coming here. I promise you this, we'll always be here as long as you make this one of your stops. We'll be here for the independent riders. I want to acknowledge a few people. It won't take a minute. First off, the Run for the Wall riders and their officials. This is such a mind-boggling display of, I can't believe that you guys get it done the way you do. So I'd like to thank the independent riders and their president, Tim Trujillo. They're the ones that put the gas for the riders. The riders that came in by the NRA south of town, if you notice, there were 50 POW flags flying. Those were bought by myself and two people I want to recognize. Sergeant Don Butler and Ken Valpato right over there. They helped in that endeavor. And last but not least, standing in front of you, the most elite unit around, the Young Marines of Colfax County. About 50 years ago, America sent out a call to arms, and 2.7 million young men and women answered that call, and they went to Southeast Asia in defense of our country. Of those 2.7 million, there were 7,500. There were 7,500 women in that era of service. Someone said that America's like a bank. You have to put something in it if you want to get something out. And 58,148 names on the wall, they put something in our nation's bank. In the 60s, as our vets started coming home, they were met with turmoil and diversion across this whole country. They were shunned, they were spit upon. And then in 1982, a wall was built. The healing wall, they called it. It was built a piece of black granite. It was erected in Washington, D.C., and on it were etched the names of the 58,148 names. And a special note, one other one came home Thursday. Master Sergeant James Holt was missing in action for 46 years. Thursday, they laid him to rest at Arlington. Dying for freedom is not the worst thing that can happen, but being forgotten is. By your riding today, you riders, you ensure that will never happen. Never again will any of our veterans come home from the wars in Iraq, Afghanistan, or any future wars without getting respect from their country. We thank you for that. Captain Winters of the Band of Brothers fame, he said it the best. He said he was asked by his grandchildren, as I was asked by mine, were you a hero, Pops? A hero? No. But we served with 58,148 of them. We really did. And so that's why we're here today, is to honor you guys, to honor you, the independent riders. I just can't believe how much respect I have for you. You magnificent, glorious bastards, you keep on riding forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. First of all, my name is Don Easy Burns, and I'm the route coordinator this year for the Central Route Run for the Wall. This is my assistant, Dave Papa Smurf Clemmy. He will be the route coordinator next year. I just wanted to thank the people of Raton for this great reception that we always get here. And I want to thank Tim Trujillo again for contributing so much to what we do.
You know, it takes a good bunch of people to hang on these year after year after the group here that makes this possible. Each and every one of us, we love you very much. And we wait for you next year already, okay?
Yeah, you know, today we leave New Mexico, and New Mexico, to me, is one of the most patriotic states that we go through as we cross the United States.
Hey.
You are very patriotic, and I want to thank your young Marines here, this group that's here today. You know, these young men right here, it is so great to see, and women, excuse me, ma'am, these young men and women, you know, America still has hope with kids like you. Okay, I have some business to take care of here. I want to present these two plaques, and I'm going to read what they say. It says, Run for the Wall, presented to Tim Trujillo and the independent riders of Raton, in grateful appreciation for the support shown to Run for the Wall 2015. Board of Directors and Riders of Run for the Wall. Thank you, Tim. Okay. This plaque, I'm going to read the entire thing again. Run for the Wall. Presented to Colfax County Sheriff's Office, in grateful appreciation for the support shown to Run for the Wall 2015, Board of Directors and Riders of Run for the Wall. Is there a representative from the Sheriff's Department?
Take care of that one too.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wear a lot of hats around here.
Okay. I didn't want to forget, this is from District 8 Volunteer Fire Department.
I could iterate a little bit on that. I'm the Assistant Chief for Colfax County District 8 Fire Department. These are the volunteer firefighters that you guys see helping with the road guard. When it was brought up to us again, if we were willing to help, everybody was willing to do so. It was an immediate reaction. We were told that there's going to be a Medal of Honor winner coming through here. Unfortunately, I believe his bike broke down. But yet we still want to make sure that he gets this. This is signed by all the members of District 8. And that just comes directly from our hearts.
I'll speak to that, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, unfortunately, one of your own, a New Mexico native, Master Sergeant Leroy Petrie, Medal of Honor recipient, Afghanistan, had to drop out of the run yesterday. His trike transmission went down, and it was very hard for him. He was going to go all the way with us, and it was a very emotional day for all of us, including him. And I will make sure that Master Sergeant is presented with this helmet with a lot of thought and respect from you folks. Thank you. Do you have anything else? Nathaniel, you have anything else?
I do. There's a couple other departments that you see out here that I'd like to thank. You got Raton Police Department helping with the road crew. We got the New Mexico State Patrol here. Down at the far end, that beautiful flag that's flying over there, that is Raton Fire Department out here to also assist. Now I could go on and on up here how grateful we are for each and one of you guys for choosing to come through Raton. How much we appreciate everybody's service. But I'm going to try and keep this just a little bit short. My young Marines do a lot of work, and most of you guys know, since you're veterans, how hard this is. To stand in formation, to be at attention, and to make sure you get your foot put in the right position. They get a lot of butt chewings, a little bit of praise, but their praise comes from the public. When they stand in front of you, that's where their hard work goes. Okay, so I know we may see one or two out of step. Maybe somebody's salute isn't exactly correct. Keep in mind their ages. These kids do a very, very awesome job. I'm proud of every one of them. The staff works very hard. I thank the staff for everything that they do. There's a lot of hours that goes into doing this besides just our training days. We spend a lot of time in meetings, a lot of time coordinating with other people to make sure that things get done. We also have a parent group that is, I believe, headed up by Sarah Munden. They, for the most part, are kind of invisible sometimes because you see them in civilian clothes, but they probably do some of the hardest work here. I don't want them to go unappreciated whatsoever, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be funded to be able to do the stuff that we do. So without further ado, Mr. Munden, I present to you guys the Colfax County Young Marines.
Presenting the colors here for the Run for the Wall.
I would like everybody to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Colfax County Young Marine, fall out!
Young Marine!
All right, run for the wall. Run for the wall. Everybody run for the wall that's right here. We're going to be leaving in a few minutes, but I just got one thing to say or ask. How far are we going?
All the way!
How far?
All the way!
Oh, how far?
All the way!
All right, let's do it.